Hello everyone, welcome to Think Critically. So the first scheme we are starting today is PM Kisan. PM Kisan का सबसे पहले we should know the full form. It is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. ठीक है, the way we are covering the schemes will be, first we'll talk about the ministry, second we'll talk about the background, third we will talk about the objective and the features, and at last we'll do a critical evaluation ki what is the good is happening and what is the bad is happening or what is not yet fulfilled. So the first thing we should know or must know is for any exam is ministry. It is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. So प्रधानमंत्री किसान सम्मान निधि के लिए हमारी मिनिस्ट्री है Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Second, let's talk about the background. कि it is background and also it all tells about the objective कि why the scheme is launched, what is the purpose behind, and some basic static facts that can be asked in your paper. So it was first announced in interim budget on 1st November 2019 by Mr. Piyush Goyal. It was announced on 1st Feb but it was launched on 24th Feb by Prime Minister Mr. Modi, and that is also the place at Gorakhpur UP. So this can be a potential question कि from where the PM-KISAN scheme was launched. It was launched from Gorakhpur UP and it was launched by PM Modi, but it was announced by Mr. Piyush Goyal during the budget on 1st November, and it is operational from 1 December 2018. So basically it has a retrospective effect. Second, let's talk about the objectives. Why we launched this scheme or what is the purpose behind launching this scheme. So the very first purpose is PM Kisan, as it is mentioned in the name itself. It is for the farmers. So it is an income support scheme. Basically what is done in this scheme is 6,000 rupees is provided yearly into 3 installments, means 2,000 per installments. The farmers are getting 6,000 rupees, and what they can do with this 6,000 rupees is it's an income support scheme, and farmers can buy the purchase essential inputs like seeds, fertilizers or equipments. Also it assures a steady income, at least they are getting 6,000 rupees so that they don't need to worry about seeds, fertilizers or equipment. And also it will help in better crop health and improved farm productivity, thereby stabilizing farm income. So now the question that comes to your mind is कि 6,000 रुपीज़ से ये सब चीज़ें कैसे हो रही हैं कि क्रॉप हेल्थ बेटर हो रही है, फार्म प्रोडक्टिविटी बेटर हो रही है, एंड वजह से फार्मर्स की इनकम भी बेटर हो रही है. बिकॉज now as a farmer we have 6,000 rupees, we can buy the seeds, we can buy the fertilizers, we can buy the equipments, basically the equipments that will help us out in better crop management. Okay, let's moving further with the features of the scheme. So as I told you earlier, it is 6,000 rupees पूरे एक साल में मिलेंगे 3 equal installments में, and there is no category. It is provided to all land holding farmers families. It is farmer families. Point to be noted is this is the thing that is asked in most of the question paper, that it is not provided to an individual farmer. Instead it is provided to the farmer families, and the definition of family is husband, wife and a minor child. Okay, no restriction on how money should be spent. So it's totally dependent on a farmer itself कि उनको इस मनी को कैसे स्पेंड करना है, एंड मनी कैसे आ रहा है. मनी डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफ़र, मतलब डायरेक्टली आपके अकाउंट में मनी आ रहा है. अब आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ फार्मर फैमिलीज कैसे होगा, दैट इज़ डन बाय द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट और यूनियन टेरिटरी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. सो दैट इज़ डन एट द state level. Okay, there are some exclusion categories also. Okay, so let's look at what are the exclusion categories. Initially I told कि all the land holding farmer families are allowed in the scheme, but the institutional landholders are not allowed, high ranking public officials are not allowed, government employees or retirees are also not allowed, income tax payers are also not allowed, professional practicing independently like doctor are also not allowed. So this is the exclusion category. You can just read it through so that you get to know कि क्या क्या category of people can be excluded, because it's an income support scheme, so it should be provided to that person who requires it or who needs it. Okay, let's moving further. Let's talk about some other additional information that is really helpful. तेलंगाना में ये स्कीम कवर्स अंडर राइतु बंधु स्कीम. Earlier there was this criteria of land holding farmer families 2 hectare of land bare minimum होना चाहिए, but now it was cancelled. 20th installment was released on 2 August 2025 and that to Varanasi, UP. Okay, e-KYC is mandatory for this scheme. e-KYC दो तरीके से हो सकता है, या तो OTP based या फिर biometric based. एंड PM किसान के पोर्टल पे जाके फार्मर्स कैन रजिस्टर एंड दे गेट द OTP. और बायोमेट्रिक बेस्ड में यू कैन गो टू द कॉमन सर्विस, योर नियरेस्ट कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर एंड यू जस्ट डू योर e-KYC. अगर अपना एलिजिबिलिटी स्टेटस चेक करना है तो नो योर स्टार्ट्स PM किसान पोर्टल पे मिल जाएगा. देयर यू कैन चेक. एंड ऑल्सो देयर इज किसान ई-मित्रा चैटबॉट. दैट क्वेश्चन इज ऑल्सो आस्क्ड समटाइम्स in the paper. And what is the budget that was initially announced was 75,000 crores. So yes, it's an important question that also comes sometimes. ठीक है. In the starting I said they will critically evaluate it. Critical evaluation मतलब कि क्या advantages हैं और क्या disadvantages हैं. तो let's first talk about the advantages कि इस स्कीम को लाने से benefit क्या क्या हुआ. तो very first benefit is direct benefit transfer. So जो corruption है वो reduce हो गया, सीधा फार्मर्स के अकाउंट में मनी ट्रांसफ़र हो रहा है. सेकेंड, डिजिटलाइजेशन. सो जितनी भी बेनिफिशियरी की डिटेल्स हैं सेंट्रल डिजिटल रिपॉजिटरी क्रिएट हो रही है, उधर मेंटेन हो रहा है. सो देयर आर नो फेक बेनिफिशियरीज. दैट प्रॉब्लम इज ऑल्सो सॉल्व्ड. थर्ड इज ईज द कैश इशूज. एज इट इज़ DBT, सो देर इज़ नो कैश वाला इशूज़. फोर्थ, अब इनकम सपोर्ट स्कीम है तो इससे फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट मिल रहा है फार्मर्स को. नाउ दे नो नीड टू वरी अबाउट द सीड्स, द टेक्नोलॉजी एंड अदर नीड्स ऑफ देम. सो दे कैन इन्वेस्ट इन इनपुट्स, दे हैव इम्प्रूव प्रैक्टिसेस एंड दे कैन ऑल्सो एक्सप्लोर द न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज. And also it is very rational scheme, no room for biasness. There is this eligibility criteria that help us out to filter out certain category of people that doesn't require an income support scheme. Okay, now let's talk about the disadvantages. First disadvantage could be कि 6,000 rupees ही बहुत कम support है, तो we can write it as income support scheme might not be enough. सेकेंड, एक्सक्लूजन ऑफ लैंडलेस एग्रीकल्चर वर्कर्स. अभी तक है कि लैंड होल्डर फैमिलीज, बट वॉट अबाउट दोज हु आर वर्किंग ऑन समबडी एल्सेज लैंड, वर्किंग एज टेनेंट्स. सो दिस कैटेगरी इज स्टिल एक्सक्लूडेड एंड इट इज अ डिसएडवांटेज. एंड हेयर इट इज मोर फोकस ऑन कैश ट्रांसफर, बट वी आर नॉट फोकसिंग ऑन irrigation, better infrastructure, market solutions. That category is still left out. And also it still follows a top-down structure. So sometimes there is this miscoordination between central and state government, and because of that there is delay in update of records and gaps in last mile delivery. Also there is this one data that it is still benefiting the better of families, and there are some inclusion hamperness. So that's about Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi.